are the United States of America, the land of the free, home of the brave, and a history so wild, they had to censor it. We are diving into the real story behind America's most famous moments, and trust me, you won't find this stuff in your high school history book. Let's start with the discovery of America. You've heard it a million times. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But did you know that Chris wasn't the first one here? Nope. The Vikings, led by Leif Erikson, beat him by about 500 years. So, technically, Columbus discovered a place that was already discovered.
I claim this land in the name of Spain, hehehehe.
Fast forward to the 1770s, Wild Revolutionary War. You've got the British, who were basically the overprotective parents, and the American colonies, the rebellious teenagers. Tea taxes. Really, it's like getting grounded for drinking soda. So, what do the colonies do? Throw the world's most famous tea party. Fun fact, the amount of tea they dumped would be worth over $1 million today. That's a lot of Earl Grey down the drain. But the Revolutionary War wasn't just about tea and taxes. There were spies, secret codes, and even a woman who disguised herself as a man to fight on the front lines. After kicking the British to the curb, the founding fathers had to figure out how to run a country. So, they locked themselves in a room and wrote the Constitution. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. It was like trying to assemble IKEA furniture without the instructions. No, Ben, we can't make the national bird a turkey. Yep, Ben Franklin really wanted the turkey to be the national bird. Imagine that on a dollar bill. Now a bit about the Civil War, a time when the country literally ripped itself in half. Brother fought brother, and America's fate hung in the balance. But did you know that the Emancipation Proclamation didn't actually free all the slaves?
This will change everything.
Well, sort of. Lincoln's famous document only applied to Confederate states, not the Union ones. So, freedom was, let's say, a work in progress. Let's talk about how America went from a divided nation to the world's biggest superpower.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Welcome to the Roaring Twenties, flappers, jazz, and more money than you can shake a stick at. America was on top of the world, but just like any great party, it all came crashing down. In 1929, the stock market took a nosedive, and suddenly, everyone's fortunes went from Gatsby level to, "Can I have some soup, please?" Overnight, the American dream turned into a nightmare. But how did America bounce back from the Great Depression? And how did a world war help turn things around? Spoiler alert, it's more complicated than just good guys versus bad guys. World War II, a time when America really put their super in superpower. But did you know that not everyone was on board with joining the war? Some Americans wanted to stay out of it altogether. Yeah, that didn't last long. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, everything changed. America went full throttle, and the rest is history. But what about the things they don't tell you, like the secret operations, or the fact that Coca-Cola played a role in the war? And speaking of secrets, what about those mysterious UFO sightings during the war? Were they just weather balloons or something more? Keep watching, because we are about to get into the real X-Files. Let's take a quick detour into the space race. In the 1960s, America decided to shoot for the stars, literally. The space race was on, and the US was determined to beat the Soviets to the moon. But did you know that a pen was one of the key factors that helped us win? Yeah, that's not a typo. When astronauts couldn't use regular pens in zero gravity, they invented a space pen that could write upside down. Meanwhile, the Soviets just used pencils. Sometimes simple solutions are the best. 6% of Americans believe the moon landing was faked, but it's not surprising, as 4% of Americans believe that the Earth is flat. That brings me to a question. Would you like me to make a full video about the dumbest conspiracy theories? Comment down below. Then, the internet was born, and with it, a whole new era of information and misinformation. Suddenly, anyone could be a historian, and facts became flexible. But with all the memes, cat videos, and viral challenges,
Now you see what this is? This is a bottle of cinnamon.
it's easy to forget just how quickly America has changed in the past few decades. From 9/11s to the 2008 financial crisis, history isn't just in the past, it's happening right now. So, what's next for America? More wars, more peace, or maybe a little of both? Whatever happens, you can bet it's going to be one wild ride. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like and comment.